Hey, how are you today, Sammy?
I'm good, how are you?
How's your day going?
Pretty good. Snowed in.
Alright, so let's talk a little bit about why you wanted to see me and why you wanted to do this session.
So, I wanted to lose weight. Not lose weight, but I wanted to lose a little weight, but also be a healthy eater.
Okay, so is there anything that sparked this need to change, or?
No, just want to live longer. I eat really badly. I don't drink enough water.
So tell me about some of your regular eating habits. What do you eat in a day from breakfast to?
Well, I skip breakfast.
Okay.
And then at lunch, I'll eat either like an eggs or something else. And then dinner, I'll have turkey meat or chicken with mashed potatoes and something else. And then I like to snack a lot during the day too.
Alright, so
And at night, in the middle of the night.
Alright, so from when you wake up, when's around the first time you eat during the day?
12:30.
And then what about after that?
7, 8.
Alright, so basically you're really not eating breakfast, but you're eating lunch and you're eating dinner and you're snacking throughout the day?
Yeah.
Alright, so what do you have going on in the morning? Do you have classes, work?
In the morning I have work. So then in the morning I have classes, and then after classes I go to work. So like I'll eat in between classes and work. And then I don't get out of work until 5:30. And then I probably won't eat dinner until like 7, 8.
Alright, so you don't really have a lot of time during the day to eat or in the
No.
morning before school. What time do you have class?
On Monday, Wednesday, Friday I have class at 9. And Tuesday and Thursdays 1.
So it's pretty hard to eat around that time?
Yeah.
I understand. So you said you usually eat eggs when you eat breakfast or lunch?
Yeah.
Alright.
Eggs. So it's kind
Anything
of like
else?
a breakfast meal. I'll eat a bagel with it too.
Yeah, it's easy. That's what I usually eat too. So what exactly do you think you need to change about your eating habits?
I would really like to change the snacking part,
Okay.
and maybe also not eating, like not skipping breakfast.
Yeah.
Like if I just had some fruit or something.
So when do you usually find yourself snacking? At what points in the day?
When I get out of work and in the middle of the night.
So what do you usually eat when you snack? What are your typical snack foods?
Chips, a granola bar, some ice cream if we have some ice cream.
Okay. And you usually said you usually wake up in the middle of the night to
Yeah, that's a big issue.
because you get really hungry?
Yeah.
Okay. And what time before you go to bed do you usually eat?
The last time I eat before I go to bed is usually dinner.
Alright, so you don't usually eat after dinner before bed, you usually wake up in the middle of the night and get hungry?
Yeah.
Alright. So what do you feel like you need to do to change?
I really think I should maybe not completely cut the snacking out all at once, like maybe like go down a little at a time thing.
What do you think would work best for you? Stop snacking altogether or change what you're eating and maybe the times that you're eating it?
Now that you said change what you're eating, I think that's a better idea for me.
Change that. Like, how do you think you can change that? Do you usually have the snacks like...
Yeah, I usually always have chips because I like to have them when I'm going out.
So what's something that you could do to...
I can buy some more fruits and have that instead of chips.
Do you think that's a realistic goal?
Yeah.
Would you rather eat fruit than chips?
I would, but I really like fruit, but like the issue with fruit is it goes bad so fast.
Yeah. Have you ever considered maybe frozen fruit?
No, never.
That's something to consider just in the future. Frozen fruit is just as healthy as regular fruit, but when you do snack late in the middle of the night, do you think that maybe if you ate something a little before bed that would prevent that so you didn't have to wake up in the middle of the night?
No, I've eaten before bed a couple times too, and I'll still wake up and eat.
All right. So you think that if you wake up in the middle of the night and you think you're gonna want to eat your fruit?
If that's what I have, yes.
Okay. So what you're saying is that your best bet in changing these patterns would be maybe to not have the chips or not to buy the chips?
It'd be not to have them and not buy them.
Okay. So is there something you think you can buy instead of the chips?
Maybe even something that's chips, like something that's not, I don't know, like fruit. But I really, sometimes I've really got to be in the mood to eat fruit.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Are pretzels bad? I don't know if pretzels are bad.
I mean, everything in moderation, but if you are eating something before bed,
Yeah.
if you ate something maybe that would fill you up more, then maybe you wouldn't get so hungry throughout the night. So what do you usually eat when you eat before bed? The same types of snacks?
Sometimes I'll have ice cream before bed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to Stewart's and get some ice cream.
Yeah, okay. So what are the easiest changes that you're committed to making? Just one simple change.
I really think that would be getting rid of the chips
Mm-hmm.
and really buying more fruit.
Okay. Now, maybe even when you buy your fruit, you can... So when you eat your fruit, maybe there's something sweet you can add with it, like maybe...
Frozen Cool Whip?
Yeah, like that. That's a good idea. And then you can feel like you're eating something and it'll fill you up and then maybe eat before bed.
That's a great idea.
Let's talk about breakfast. Tell me about that.
Well, I skip breakfast.
And do you think that you want to start eating breakfast?
No.
Alright, so...
I'm not really, when I wake up in the morning, I'm not really hungry. I don't feel the need to eat.
Yeah, so then maybe that's not something that you need to change right away because, if you're not hungry, you don't want to force yourself to eat. So tell me about what else you think. So have you tried to change any of your habits before in the past? Has anything else worked for you?
Yes.
Anything like that?
Actually, yes, when you made me a meal plan. That really helped me. I really followed that.
Last year?
Yeah, and I did lose some weight from that, and I was eating healthier.
What do you think went wrong? Why do you think you stopped?
Because I went home.
So
And, I wasn't at school anymore, so, I was eating my family's meals, and they eat a lot of carbs. So, therefore, I wasn't cooking for myself, so I wasn't eating chicken every night or, a meat.
So tell me about that. Tell me more about when you go home and what your parents usually cook, what you usually eat.
When I go home, my parents love carbs, so I'm eating carbs at least 4 times a week, maybe more.
What are some examples?
We'll have pasta. We'll have spaghetti a lot. So my mom over the summer, what she likes to do is she'll do spaghetti and squash.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
So she'll do that, and then she also likes mac and cheese. A lot of pasta. And then we'll have chicken here, at least 3 times a week, or.
Mm-hmm. So just for dinner, you're saying? That's what you eat for dinner?
For
And then
dinner.
what about throughout the day?
Throughout the day, breakfast. I work at a daycare, so for breakfast I do eat because I'm up early, and so for breakfast they usually have fruits or something, a little snack there, so I'll eat that. And then for lunch, I usually make my own lunch. So I would either I tried doing a salad with chicken sometimes, or I would make a sandwich.
And how did you like that?
It was good, but I still wasn't trying as hard as I was at school.
Mm-hmm.
Cause the daycare would always snack. We would have breakfast snack, and we'd have lunch, and then we'd have snack after that. So I'm always snacking there too, and there was food constantly there.
So mostly you're eating things that are, what you're saying is you're mostly eating things that are available and easy and not pre-prepared and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense since you work at a daycare and you're probably in a rush in the morning, I can imagine.
Yeah.
And so you think that it's mostly when you're at home, or do you think that...
I think, honestly, the snacking during midnight I don't do at home. That's only here. But, here I eat so much better than I do at home. Just because, like, I'm cooking my meals. Like, I'll make my vegetable with it every night. And, like, something else. But, like, at home, that doesn't happen.
So you're eating a vegetable every night with dinner?
Yes, here.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's definitely good. So what else do you usually eat with dinner? You said you usually eat a meat.
I'll usually eat a meat, a vegetable, and then my carb.
That's good.
So I'll have, like, mashed potatoes or pasta or something.
Yeah, that's good. So what you're saying is that you eat much better here than at home, but you don't really snack at home?
Yeah.
So why do you think you eat the snacks so late at night here versus at home?
I don't know. I don't know if it's I'm bored or...
Maybe. What are you usually doing while you're snacking? Are you watching TV?
Watching TV.
Mostly, yeah. So you're not asleep and waking up, you're still awake and you get hungry?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So at home you think it's because you go to sleep earlier, you don't stay up?
Yeah, at home I go to sleep a lot earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And here I stay up later, so, like, that's an issue.
Yeah. So maybe, like we said, just one thing you could do is just change the snack. I mean, if you are going to be hungry at night, it's probably... So you said you really wanted to just change what you were snacking on.
Yeah.
And you think that would help?
I think it would definitely help because most of the stuff I'm snacking on is unhealthy.
Yeah.
And not good for you.
So let's brainstorm a couple alternatives. That way you're not eating the same thing all the time. Maybe some snacks that will fill you up and are sweet and will satisfy your cravings, but...
Yeah.
So what do you think? What are some foods you like in general?
Oh boy.
You said you eat ice cream a lot at night, right?
Oh, I love ice cream. I can never get rid of that one.
Alright, so maybe you eat ice cream at night. How much do you usually eat?
Sometimes I can eat a whole pint.
Yeah, me too, definitely. But, okay, so maybe just either cutting back on how much you're actually eating of the ice cream, or having maybe a little bit of ice cream and a little bit of fruit or something else.
Smart.
Because maybe it'll fill you up more.
Yeah.
Or have you ever tried any other types of ice cream?
I really like, I don't know if this ice cream's any healthier, but the Halo ice cream.
Yeah, so it's definitely less calories, the Halo ice cream.
I like that ice cream.
Yeah, so maybe having some of that and a little bit of something else.
Yeah.
Alright, so tell me about your other lifestyle habits, like physical activity, anything else you do?
Oh boy. I go to the gym once a month.
Okay, that's good. At least you're going.
And then I don't play sports. I don't do anything else. I'm not very active. Except at the daycare, I'm always walking around and doing stuff.
That's good. That counts.
Yeah.
Just because you're not at the gym doesn't mean you're not active.
And then, what else?
When did you start going to the gym?
When I met my roommate in college. She kind of forced me. And we would go every night together. Then, when we came and moved off campus, we stopped going. Well, I stopped going. She didn't.
So why do you think you stopped?
I don't know. I guess I had no motivation. I think also with working too. Like, I used to work at 7 o'clock in the morning and have classes all day. And by the time I get home, I'm so tired that I don't want to do anything.
Yeah, that makes sense. So basically you used to have more time?
Yeah.
When you were at the dorms?
Like in the dorms, yeah, too. It was right there, and like, now it's just such a hassle, like.
Yeah, and you used to go with your friend? And do you think that she was like one of the reasons you were going?
Definitely.
So when does she go, usually?
She'll usually go in between her classes or after them.
Okay, so basically when she goes, you're always really busy? And you don't really want to go by yourself?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Alright. So, out of all the things we talked about, what's like one goal that you are confident you really think you can change?
The snacking. I really think I can do it.
Alright, so let's think about what we're going to change.
I think I'm going to
specifically
get rid of my chips. And I'm going to buy like the Cool Whip and like some frozen fruit and some healthier stuff.
So what you're saying is you think the biggest change is going to happen in the grocery store,
Yes.
basically. You know, when you're buying your food.
Mhm.
All right, that's good. That's a good place to start because most of the times we go to eat. Do you usually go when you're hungry, or when do you usually grocery shop, and how often?
I really try to get a lot of stuff when I go home. But like I'll probably go like once every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. So you want to find things that are more, that'll last longer,
Yeah.
don't go bad too quickly.
Mhm.
Yeah, so definitely I would say, if you're gonna do that, if you're not gonna go as often, then definitely try to buy things that are frozen
Yeah.
or canned. What kind of vegetables do you usually eat?
I like string beans.
That's good.
They're my favorite. I also like broccoli.
That's good. So you can buy them canned or frozen,
Yeah.
and then you'll have them around. You know,
Mhm.
you can store up on them. And usually, what do you usually buy at the grocery store that you think you shouldn't buy?
At the grocery store, I'll always end up buying like a pack of cookies or something.
Yeah. And when you do that, do you think that you moderate yourself?
No.
No.
I can eat the whole pack in one night.
Yeah. It's definitely tempting. It's definitely tempting. So maybe this is just an option, but buying maybe snacks that are pre-portioned to maybe be smaller.
That's true.
That way, you know, you can still have your snack, but you're not
Yeah.
eating it all at once. That might be helpful. Just throwing it out there. It might be an option. I know that's definitely tough to just get rid of it all together, but yeah, maybe just buying smaller packs or
Mhm.
substituting some things out and
Yeah.
mixing things. Do you find yourself really hungry at night?
No, I think I just want to do it, so I do it.
Yeah, it's just the act of
Yeah.
eating. I understand that. So it's like a habit you get in it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy any chips. Maybe some like a cookies that are in small, like a little package or something, so that I don't have a lot and like I can control what I'm eating. And then also like frozen fruit. I'll do the Cool Whip instead of ice cream.
Tell me about the chips more, because I know you really like the chips. And
I love the chips.
what chips do you buy? What packages?
I buy like the one with all the mixtures.
Okay, so the small,
Yeah.
the prepackaged ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not like I'm eating a whole bag of chips. I'm only
Yeah.
eating like the small package of chips.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And you said earlier that you get them because you like them when you're going out.
Yeah, I like to eat them while drinking.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's safe. It's to eat while you're drinking, you know, that's always good. So, you know, maybe you could still buy those and have them around. Maybe, where do you usually keep them?
In my closet.
So maybe if you keep them outside of your room or,
Yeah, that's true.
but you have a lot of good ideas right now, so let's just pick a few, one or two, and we'll write them down. And then when we meet next time, we can see how you're doing.
Okay.
All right, so let's pick one or two that you feel you are pretty confident you can do, that you really want to make the change.
Really going to the grocery store.
So you think just going grocery shopping
Yeah,
more often?
like that. And making sure I get fruit and not like junk food, a lot of it. Well, not really any of it, but
All right, so let's write it down. Let's write down a solid plan.
okay.
So, how often do you usually go to the grocery store?
Like
You said once every
once
2
every
weeks?
2 weeks.
All right, and you think that if you go more often, it'll
Definitely.
help? So, do you want to say maybe going once a week to the grocery store?
Yeah.
All right, so let's write that. All right, and then the other thing you said was while you're at the grocery store?
Yeah,
you wanna
like
buy?
buying fruit and vegetables.
Yeah, so maybe just buying things so that you have it around.
Yeah.
All right, so just maybe even just a goal could be just buying more fruit.
Mhm.
Okay, so you think you want to buy more fruit. You like fruit, you just don't know. You don't usually buy it because it goes bad and you don't go grocery
Yeah, it
shopping as
goes-
often?
Yeah, it goes bad really fast.
All right, so maybe if you are going grocery shopping more often, then it won't go bad as
Yeah,
fast.
exactly.
So that'll help that goal too.
Mhm.
All right, so let's do that. Let's say those two things, and in a couple weeks we'll meet back up again. Maybe, do you want to say 3 weeks?
Okay.
All right, and we'll see how you're doing. Thank you so much for meeting with me.
Thank you for having me.
All right.